think I might have been on at 6 o'clock. They were on at 7. Has everybody seen Lau?
Yes.
Quite extraordinary.
Yeah, very good.
Best gig I went to last year. Best gig. Absolutely the best band I saw.
Considering they had been up all night. They had played that night before Lavatory in Dorset in Skye. And although they had an early flight out, they were up till 5. I think they probably party harder, particularly Aidan, than anyone since After Hours and Alan Burke. So they were a bit frazzled, but they did an amazing gig, and it was the Ark's Good has got about, say, 400 or 500 people sitting and about another 300 all standing around. And they started playing this song, and I was completely captivated. I think what they did when they got together, they would rehearse a song, I think, maybe for 3 weeks. It was like forever to make sure that the arrangement was absolutely set, and then they repeat it. Now, that's the way they do it. It's not the way we do it, but it is an approach. It's quite extraordinary. They started, Chris Drever started singing this song called Ghosts. And next to me was a couple going, yeah, well, the thing is, not like that. And I was listening to this song. And I go, yeah. And I said, why don't you go outside if you want to talk? And the bloke sort of went like this. And suddenly I realised he was working himself up to getting angry about this. And his girlfriend said, well, why don't you go to the front if you want to listen? And it was one of those strange situations. And their engineer, who's Tim, who's probably a bit of a tasty Scot, he was sort of like watching this little thing on, was trying to mix like that. And luckily, this pensioner sitting there goes, yeah, go out and shut up, like that. And then it took the attention, it was like the Yeovil Town incident, it took the attention completely away from me. And the guy said, well, and they went out, but it was like, and then I could get back into listening to the song, which I'd lost about a third of by then. Yeah, but I've since been playing it a lot. Still not quite sure what it's about, but you may have an opinion. But what's really amazing about the way they play it, considering it's a festival crowd, is that Chris just goes, and we don't do much stuff like that. I tend to, and Martin Joseph will do that. He'll put the capo on way high and just play a delicate little thing. And I'm always tempted now, I've got to make the big sound and really suddenly start filling it in. And that's how we get the dynamic going. But they were just and just suggesting the chords. And then Aidan just does this single note on the violin. And that's those weeks of arrangement. You know, they're going to play it that way, and the audience is going to have to find a way of discovering it rather than, here we go, everybody. And it's so I thought we'd just have a slightly different approach. None of the parts are what you might call self-referential, if that's the word. None of them say, listen to what I'm doing on this instrument. In fact, Martin on the accordion is literally going like, playing one note on the concertina and almost looking around and just playing like this. And gradually the thing sort of coalesces, the arrangement. And it never goes for the big ending. In fact, they go at the end. And they sort of end on a chord. You think, well, how does that cue everybody going, yeah, you know? But it's quite, you know, takes a lot of not courage, but it takes a lot of confidence. But they know very well they got the next song that's going to absolutely rock it out. So they've got all the gears to go to. But it's a song called Ghosts, and I assume it's about Celtic emigration. Looking at the lyrics, but I might have a look at them in a minute and see what you think. So Chris plays this. He goes. Came on the same ship, a generation ago. Start again. My page has lost the top line. I'm going to do that exactly again. They say we're not like them, a generation ago. We came on the same ships, we were heading below. We were seeking protection away from the strife, away from the struggles and the hardships of life. I'm not an incomer. My parents were ghosts. Sir, I was born here. Now where would I go? There's ghosts on the motorway. This world is on fire. There's ghosts in the sand flats as the water gets higher. There's ghosts in the brothel behind thick stony walls. There's ghosts and their children in the prison food hall. I'm not an incomer. My parents were ghosts. Sir, I was born here. Now where would I go? I'm not an incomer. My parents were ghosts. Sir, I was born here. Now where would I go? Say we're not like them, a generation ago. We came on the same ships, we were heading below. I'm not an incomer. My parents were Sir, I was born here. Now where would I go? It's a fantastic song.
It's brilliant.
It's an amazing song. I mean, even that while I'm singing it, I'm thinking what I thought maybe it's not true. It might be people coming to this country rather than people leaving it. They say we're not like them a generation ago. We came on the same ships we were heading below. It might have been heading below, I don't know, to the south. I was thinking of the sort of the West Indians that came in the 50s, maybe. I'm not an incomer, my parents would go, so I was born. Yeah. It's got some abstract, but I'm sure there's a truth in the heart of it. He's too bright a guy not to do that. So that's
Sorry, I think ghosts bit of it. Probably those workers that were then invisible
Yeah.
in society because they were in the lowly jobs.
yeah.
And then you've got the second generation who are really, they don't belong anywhere.
Mm.
You know, the clash of the two cultures.
Yeah, it could be, and that could any immigrant community. That's the same experience, isn't it? It may be for a generation or so. But while I'm singing it, I'm realise I'm in that vocal trap between two ranges. So I'm just going to try something different.
Take to E again.
Yeah, but we took pink back to D,
Yes.
so we might take this to E.
Ooh.
It's a funny. It's difficult to know what.
I've no idea.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because as I say, you don't want to distract.
No.
It needs something really ethereal from you to kind of complement the words.
Can you dance?
I think it needs a mandolin.
Do you know what? Did we end up doing it? Yes, we did, didn't we? No, we used the mandolin, didn't we, in the end for
Yeah.
on one Monday. We could maybe just sort of suggest the same little.
Yes.
Now on the guitar, when it hits the chorus in E, I'm going to be able to put a bit more substance to it. So it'd be like. Say we're not like them a generation ago. We came on the same ships we were heading below. We came seeking protection from the hardships of away from the struggle and the hardships, the strife. I'm not an incomer. My parents were ghosts. Sir, I was born here. Now where would I go? There's ghosts on the motorway. This world is on fire. There's ghosts on the sand flats as the water gets higher. There's ghosts in the brothel behind thick stony walls. There's ghosts in the prison and the prison food hall. I'm not an incomer. My parents were ghosts. Sir, I was born here. prefer it on the guitar.
Yeah, great.
It gives it. Give it a go on there. Give it a go on the cello man.
There's much of their stuff like that, Steve.
No, it's very, very complex, arranged instrumentals in extraordinary time signature.
Yeah.
But they're all virtuosos. I mean, they're all virtuosos on their instrument. But that simplicity, I think, it's an amazing song. Chris is, yeah, it is. That's right, yeah. Yeah, he got. They say we're not like them. A generation ago, we came on the same ships. We were heading below. We came seeking protection away from the strife, away from the hardships and the struggles of life. I'm not an newcomer. My parents were good. Sir, I was born here. Now where would I go? There's ghosts on the motorway. This world is on fire. There's ghosts on the sand flats as the water gets higher. There's ghosts in the brothel behind thick stone walls. There's ghosts and their children in the prison food hall. I'm not an newcomer. My parents were ghosts. Sir, I was born here. Now where would I go? bass fiddle.
That sounds stunning.
Or especially the fake cello. I can't play the cello, so this is one of Titch's sonic fake. It's a slightly larger violin, heavily reinforced. The strings probably cost more than the bloody instrument does, and it's.
I think that's the lower you keep it,
That's
the better. Again, it's when it starts to come into demanding a listen. But the more you chord it with me, it becomes one big sound.
But that's an option, and we don't use this texture. The last time we used this, he was playing it on the Innocent song, and then he dropped it one day and it fell apart. That's right, I'm over it now. But no, it's a texture we haven't used for ages, and I just used it quite a lot recently on this Mick Thingy What's Its album. So it's kind of come back into my.
I think it should be one of those. It's like we just do chords all the way through, and it'll be like the "Twas on One Monday" is a different thing. But it'd be nice. I think the harmonies. I'm not an incomer. I'm not an incomer. I'm not an. I'm not an incomer. Would that do it? I'm not an incomer. My parents were ghosts. Sir, I was born here. And this would be the one, dear, if we can get that. Now, where would I go? I just sing it over and over.
It would be better if that was a moving harmony with Miranda, but I rooted it and just sang a single note. That would actually work with the cascade on the top, but just holding it on the chord would be nice.
Where would I go?
And Miranda should follow you down.
Where would I go? Where would I go? I'm not an incomer. My parents were ghosts. Sir, I was born here. Now where would I go? What's go? Is that too low? Go.
No, it was too low.
What?
No, it was too low.
Goes like go. Oh, where would I go? That might work, yeah. Miranda's good at doing the harmonies. She's on it straight away. The trouble with this particular one is that Chris Drever, he's doing what I do a lot. The final note of the melody is not in the chord that it goes to, so it's like a suspended thing. Where would I go? You sing, where would I go? Right, it should be where I go. And that would resolve it in the three part, but it's nice that thing that they do, that little suspended thing. So, any other thoughts about this song?
Sorry.
The only other thing to try, Phil, try the cello mandolin with the capo D, and that again, that might be a.
Once again, I'm but an open page upon which to write the music of life.
Looks like the printer ran out of ink, didn't it?
And the paper's looking a bit damp. Sorry.
Our challenge at the end of this session was to do all three of these songs. I'm not going to tell a story.
anyway, there was this phone.
What we did one night, I can't remember, it must have been a small folk club. I said to the audience, okay, what story was it? Okay, we're in Portland. What does it say on the piece of? And I said, oh bollocks, and I got the audience to do all the stories. So all of the stories that we've been doing to death for 10 years, we just started them, and people just finished the whole punchline. So everybody knew them off by heart. It was hilarious.
Also great when our mate Giles, whose boat I'm actually using at the moment, he opened the boat building school in Lyme Regis, so we played in there first night, and we put out a thing for requests, and these two lads put in a request, and it was anything except the Galway farmer, we're sick of it.
Oh, do get on. Put the cap on, yeah, and it will change again.
Yes, I know. That's why the cap is a pain in the arse. So I've forgotten
Second.
to give her in. Yeah, really.
Now you're tuning it again.
Yeah.
Why don't you tune it after the cap? And you can do that.
Yes.
Right. It always just passes through that. I'm not telling Sir, I was born one night. Say they're not like them a generation ago. We came on the same ships, we were heading below. We came seeking protection away from the strife, away from the struggles and the hardships of life. I'm not an incomer. My parents were good. Sir, I was born here. Where would I go?
Works just as well. Depends whether you like a cello-y texture.
What about blowing all the fiddles from the stage to the veranda and keeping that?
My only thought about I was thinking that
Yeah.
because you could get Miranda to play exactly the same thing bowed, but there are points in it where it demands a big note, if you see what I mean.